Welcome back! If you're new here, my name is Jenna. I'm a first-year medical student. If you clicked on this video, that means you have a goal and you're one step towards achieving it, so let's go. So today's video is about extracurriculars. I promise it's not going to be a long video and you're going to get to know a lot about what you should include in your medical school application or any application for that matter. But first of all, let me talk about the extracurriculars that are actually relevant to med school. They can be anything ranging from something that is obviously medically relevant, like volunteering in a hospital or volunteering with cancer patients, or any community service to help the underprivileged, even if it's not medically related. It could be something academic like tutoring your favorite course, or it could be participating in clubs and making several events on your campus. And I think the most important ones are the ones that fall under the category that's what are we gonna call that category? Let's just call it high achievement / personal growth. And this category is basically anything that you've been doing for a long time, or it can be something peculiar that you've achieved. For example, I used to be one of those students that used to do mental calculation, and then they would get you the answer. So basically, if you ask me what's 34 plus 27 plus 54 minus 66 plus 13 plus 76, I would tell you the answer is 138. So I know I'm a nerd. I'm in med school. Everyone in med school is a nerd. It's fine. I've found my people. But anyway, I practiced that for I think 7 years, so that shows a long time commitment. And I placed first nationally and regionally, and I placed third internationally. Whatever. So yeah, that's a pretty, impressive accomplishment. Thank you very much for saying that. I mean, it doesn't have to be that extravagant, but it can be anything from, like running marathons, showing how you are committed, you're perseverant, anything that shows these types of qualities, whether it's sports or something really weird or something very mainstream. At the end of the day, if you show these qualities, that would be a big plus for you on your application. And it's not just stating that you've done this or that. You need to know how to say it, because it does make a difference. So for example, let's say you went and you had an OR observership, okay, at one of your local hospitals. So you could write on the application, oh, I did an OR observership for 3 weeks and I learned a lot from it. I really liked how the lifestyle of doctors is. I mean, that doesn't really add more to what it is, but rather you could phrase it, and I'm saying this at the top of my head, it could be much, much better. You could phrase it as, during my undergraduate years, I had the opportunity of doing an OR observership where I was able to observe the demanding aspects of a surgeon's lifestyle. Additionally, what I think was one of the most important parts that I learned during this experience was how to approach patients, as we got to interact with them, and some of them put their confidence in me just by sharing their worries and some of their confidential information. So I got the pleasure of having this intimate connection with some of the patients, and even though it was a short duration of just 3 weeks, from what I've seen, I know that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And it could be phrased in a much better way. So, make sure that you phrase them correct. You show what you learned from it, what you gained from it, when it comes to leadership or teamwork. That's really important that you show. If you ever went through an experience that you learned a lot on a personal level, for example, so that's an extra point to keep in mind when you're writing your application. And also, one final thing, do not write points for the sake of writing points, okay? So you could have 50 points on your application, and all of these points you've done only once, you've only dedicated 1 hour to, and that's not really impressive. It's not really, it doesn't show anything, it doesn't show commitment, it doesn't show perseverance. It just shows that you get bored quickly out of one thing, or you're adding them to your CV for just the sake of adding them. But if someone has only 3 points and they're 3 points that they're dedicated to, that they've spent a lot of years invested in them and they've learned a lot from them, then they surpass all of those 50 points. And this is what the admissions board wants to see. They want to see that you are committed, you can assume the role of a leader, you are reliable, because if you go into 50 things and you just spent one day in them, then you're not really reliable. They want to see that you're able in investing time in one thing and, you know, trying to excel in this one thing. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. If you want to know more details about this or any other aspect of your application, make sure you leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications, give this video a thumbs up. Oh, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye!